I spent 2 days on the ground at Legal Tech Talk speaking to the people shaping the future of law. And what I heard, surprising, honest, game-changing. Over the next few weeks, I'll be sharing the big insights, bold ideas, and behind-the-scenes realities that every legal professional needs to hear. In this episode, I'm speaking with Richard Macklin, ex-Global Vice Chair of Dentons, and now world-class coach for leaders at the Alexander Partnership. He's also on the training committee for the City of London Law Society. Okay, so I'm here with Richard at Legal Tech Talk. Richard, how's it going?
It's going. Thank you very much. I have to say, I mean, it's amazing how they've got so many people from a standing start to 2,500 last year from a blank piece of paper to more than 4,000 this year, and absolutely everybody's here. So it's very impressive what they've done, actually, and it's great because the whole market's here, so it's very efficient. You get to see everybody in one hit. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. How long have you spent in hair and makeup then this morning?
So about 16 hours. I mean, I started about 2 days ago, and you know, it's. What do you think?
Yeah, looks good. Right.
I'll go back in and come back.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't work hard enough on you know.
Could be done.
Yeah. So what was your panel talk about?
So my panel talk about was basically about the evolving relationship between clients and law firms. Me representing sort of law firms, even though I'm now out 5 years, I go into a lot of law firms, having been in one for a long time. Now going to lots and lots of them. So looking at how they relate to clients and vice versa, particularly in the way that it is evolving very quickly now. That's what we talked about. And I had a lovely co-panelist who was Steve Albrecht, who's a GC at HSBC.
Oh, nice. Okay. I was actually speaking to a partner yesterday of a fairly big law firm. Just accidentally, I literally bumped into him and I thought, you know what, while I've got him, I'm going to ask him about AI. And I asked him, what do you think about AI? And he said, I think our law firm will be extinct in 20 years because AI is going to take over. And I was like, whoa, I didn't know people were thinking like this. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's what most people think, but they don't really act in accordance with what they're saying. I mean, look, I'm really glad that I'm out of the management of a large law firm now, because we made some difficult decisions and difficult times in the day, but I have to say this is probably the biggest one in the last few decades, and I'm glad I'm not having to make those decisions, particularly on investment and what to do. You know, do you buy or build? Answer: buy, or build the front end. Do you embrace or resist? Answer: embrace. Right. But what's interesting, listening to law firms, is there's quite a stark difference between those who've got it, who are going for it, who are biting the bullet, and those who aren't. And there's not much shade of grey between the two, actually. And so I think those who embrace, particularly those who are collaborating with the market to build something together, are the ones that will move away from the pack. I also think this story about, you know, law firms will be extinct. Yeah, definitely what is done today in law firms will definitely be extinct. In fact, much more, I think, than people are realizing. I think there's the idea, we'll do commodity work. No, it already does commodity work. It's going to do all the whizzy tax structuring and everything else and negotiate deals and everything. That doesn't necessarily mean that law firms will be extinct. They will definitely be extinct as we know them. But the agile business thinkers will move with the market trends. And if you think of retailers on Oxford Street, you know, struggling because they didn't follow the trends of where online shopping was going, well, it's the same thing, right? But there's still a place for the same brands and the same management and the same people within the firms, provided you're agile enough in the market. And I think, sure, there will be fewer traditional legal jobs, but there'll be a bunch of people doing different jobs within law firms, right? How do you prompt it? How do you collect the data, and how do you use it, and how do you actually front end it better? So there'll be jobs.
I do think law firms are going to have to think more they're going to have to be more business minded than they ever were before. I think it forces them to do that. This is quite a tricky question, but and I just thought of it now.
Can I just go back to hair and makeup for this one?
Yeah, you might need a massage after this one.
Okay. Line it up.
If you were building a law firm or you are managing a law firm now, you've mentioned a few points, but how would you approach it with the whole AI thing?
If I was building a law firm now, if I was building one now, I wouldn't build a traditional law firm. It doesn't mean there isn't a place for a traditional law firm. There is. But frankly, if I was starting from scratch, I'd be looking at ALSPs, you know, alternative legal suppliers, with a hand-in-hand collaboration with tech, with AI, and I'd be looking to produce a service based on the technology rather than a law firm that delivers traditional high-end big law stuff. That doesn't mean, as I say, there's not going to replace them. There is. I just wouldn't want to do it right now, because what you're doing really is retrofitting the old model.
Right.
You know, you're killing the billable hour, you're making huge investments and risks in how you change your delivery model. If you're building it from the ground up, you know, you wouldn't have started from there. Do you see what I mean? You start from here. So I do it that way.
Nice. Okay, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Richard. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat.
I'm a massage now.
If you're a legal tech founder still trying to grow your brand, the reality is this: someone with half your expertise is about to out-position you. And when they do, you don't just lose reach, you lose deals, investors, opportunities, and more. I'm opening exclusive free access to a blueprint I've never shared publicly. If you want to become law firm's go-to legal tech solution, you'll need to become the leading authority. I explain exactly how in my blueprint. Go to the description of this episode to get it sent straight to your inbox now.